Live. We are live. Awesome. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Jimmy DeLay. I am here. We are going to be doing a weekly show. Him and I are going to be doing a show on, and actually I'm bringing him in because he's got all the expertise on how to grow your business online, how to LinkedIn tips, social media tips, these kind of things. We're just going to go over things like this all, every week. Going to come in and just bring in some information, bringing knowledge to you. And so you'll see us coming in addition to the Joe Live show that comes out on at 10 a.m. every Thursday as well. So you'll see us coming in. We don't know what day we're going to do this yet. It's probably going to be in the beginning of the week, but we'll figure this out as we grow and we go along. But I wanted to bring Jimmy on, introduce him to everybody, because this man has a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of reading. Brings a lot to the table. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
Hey guys, I'm Jimmy DeLay. I'm actually an Eastern Division Manager with PRMG. Really proud to be here. But really, for the purpose, of today, we want to talk about how do you leverage social media, to increase, your relationships in your business. So that's one of the things I'm really excited to share. Everything that I'm going to talk about on LinkedIn, is LinkedIn is a community. And one of the things that people don't understand is that everybody's there to help each other. So as people gave me tips and helped me learn the platform for no money out of pocket, just to be friendly and to help, I'm going to do the same thing. I want to help you grow your network and, use LinkedIn to help, meet and develop new relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen what you've been able to do on LinkedIn, and I've seen some people just jump on LinkedIn and use video and use the ability to just get out there and put themselves out there, and next thing they know, they've got a huge following. I mean, a lot of people think you got to have all this equipment and do all this stuff and make sure you have the right stuff, laptop, camera, get going,
Absolutely. It's funny you say that, because I hesitated for so long, Joe. I hesitated so long. I was kind of like getting ready to get ready. And I hesitated for so long about doing it. And then I realized, hey, I got everything I need right here. And I tell you what, it's made all the difference in the world. I have to keep things simple. We all have other things going. We can't spend hours and hours of putting content together. And I learned a lot of tips and tricks and things to help streamline it, so I'm not spending too much time in it. And that's what I look forward to sharing with you guys.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think when I very first started, I would make these videos and I would spend hours editing them and get one view, and I'd just spent 4 or 5 hours doing all this work. And then I found if I just got on my phone and I just made some quick videos, go live, do things like that, just engage. It was amazing how much I got out of it. And because people like real versus edited and trying to make it look so perfect with everything, want to make it like a TV show, you don't need to get into that. If you want to get into social media marketing, it's all about, like I'm not even on a desk right now. I'm literally holding my laptop right now.
Well, I will tell you this, that, I have to give a big shout out to a gentleman by the name of Alec Hansen. Who's with another company. And that's one of the things I learned is, hey, guess what? There are a lot of good companies out there. So why can't we start helping each other? And that made all the difference in the world. And, I listened to his tips. He did 100 videos in 100 days. Think about that. But if you talk to him about how he got started, he just started filming himself on the way to work in the car every day and just got comfortable. So I started getting comfortable the same way, walking my dog, filming myself and talking to it. And then I started realizing, hey, this isn't really that difficult.
No, it's easy. And Alec was a huge influence on me too. The guy's amazing. His podcast now, if you try to emulate what he's doing now, it'll make you stress because he's got it down so well. But he started out that I saw his 100 videos, and I remember talking to him about it. He was going, through chats, and he was just basically saying it was so hard to come up with something every day, but then he just kind of rattled off. But the knowledge he brings out is great. And you'll find that if you're consistent on your social media marketing, you will not have to spend lots of money to be able to get your marketing out there and be able to let people know who you are and be able to get out there. And so that's something that I've been sharing with people that are curious about what, how do you even start? And that's the biggest thing I keep telling everybody. You just start. You just
start and you just begin. I will tell you 2 easiest ways to get started on LinkedIn and not feeling like you're really kind of stretching your bounds. The first one is to start commenting on other people's posts that you follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that actually helps people get to know you. There's no pitching, no selling on LinkedIn. Too many people do that, and it goes into deaf ears. In fact, I'm embarrassed because sometimes if I'm instant messaging somebody about something, I see a message from 4 or 5 years ago that I pitched this long piece, and I'm embarrassed, and I realize how far I've come. But I tell you, the one tip is to start commenting on people's posts because they're adding value. So add value to that and integrate it in there. I mean, every time you comment or somebody comments on your stuff, you get a notice back.
Yeah.
The other one is when you connect with people, send them a video. If you basically open up your LinkedIn app on your phone and go down to the part where you have that message, there's a little plus sign where you can open up and record a video. So instead of saying, hey, thanks for connecting, you can actually put a voice to the words that you would have typed. And that is way more touchy-feely to have somebody get to know you and the authenticity that comes through that. Really easy to get going, really easy to get started.
And the thing I like about that part is it's faster. Yeah. I mean, way faster than trying to type with your thumb sitting there. To me, I can just pop a video, and I do videos to clients all the time. That makes it quicker, and you get the point across. Secondly, emails can be read a different way. I'll talk to our ops staff that way through as well, just to make sure that we're talking the right way, so they don't misinterpret that I'm being rude or not. So that's the other thing I love about video. And people, like I said, are so nervous about how you look. How you look.
Joe, I'm laughing because when you say that, I was thinking about my wife. I've come to learn that my texts don't get read and digested the way I mean them. And I've come to learn that I'm not a really good communicator when it comes to texting. So videos work so much better. So I've got to learn that.
If you're straight to the point, kind of no. People might get a little offended by that. So
And one of the things that people should also realize too is that LinkedIn really works a little bit different on each platform: desktop, iPad, phone. They have a little bit of their own nuances. So I actually use it on all of them, and it makes it really, really easy. I mean, how many times do we all get up in the morning and we're doing our thumb exercises, going through feeds and stuff, and it's that much easier. And sometimes you can post things really quick, but understand that each of them have their own positives to it, especially on LinkedIn.
Yeah. LinkedIn is a very, very strong tool to use, especially with marketing and video marketing, because LinkedIn really likes it. It pushes those up. I've seen a lot. I mean, I've seen like Emily Crook. She's phenomenal on there. She's one of the early adopters, and she's got tons of followers and brings content, and people follow and listen to what she has to say.
Yeah. And, people should know too, like I personally try not to sell too much on LinkedIn. I would say only 5% of the things that I post and or share have anything to do with our company. I want people to know me, get to know me, authentic, and let's see if we can develop a relationship. It's funny, a quick little side story of, developing relationships. I've talked to a number of people, and when it comes to developing business and reaching out stranger to contacts, the first thing everybody says when they're shopping and when you call them is, I'm just looking, or I'm happy, I'm not going anywhere. And I try to put people at ease right off the bat, saying, hey, I'm not looking to have you move. I have no ring. I just want to create a relationship, and I promise not even to mention my company. But I think I've seen some things you're doing on LinkedIn and Facebook and some of your platforms. And if you'd be open to just a few little tips, I'm happy to share them with you. And I'm not going to bug you, but let's develop a relationship. And sometimes people are like, why would you do that? Because that's what it's about. It's about helping each other. People help me, I want to give back.
Yeah, I think what we're going to be able to bring on this show that we want to do is bring those tips. Like, we're going to come up with a tip for the day and talk about how we can leverage that tool to help you with your online presence, your online marketing, and answer those questions. Because I'll get the questions. We can bring those questions to the forefront and answer it for a lot of people who might be thinking the same thing. That's kind of our strategy behind this, is to be able to bring some value to people that want to learn how to leverage the social media platforms to be able to get more exposure and bring your business to another level. And so that's what we're going to be doing on this show.
Yeah. To kind of jump right into it, I will tell you that one of the questions I hear most often is, if I'm not posting about my company, I don't know what to post. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, if you believe it's important, put it out there. I will tell you, I've gotten better on my videos, and I've added some borders, and I've added subtitles, and I tried to make it a little bit more showy. But there used to be a hesitance in recording. Now, when I record and I dump it into ClipScribe, so there's a tip right there. I love ClipScribe. It's a great little a tool online to help you edit videos, add subtitles, add timers across the bottom. But what was happening is, I was putting myself out there and talking about things that I was very surprised of, and I would record it and then go, I can't share that. I can't share that because it was just too personal. And what I have found is that when I kind of remove myself from the situation and just click post, that those are the ones that actually resonate with more and more people. Yeah, I'm still so surprised by that, but it's the fact. If you have something you want to say, put it out there and share it, and you'll see miracles happen, and realize that you're not alone in your thoughts quite often.
Yeah, I know people identify with you and you become real to them. But ClipScribe is a great, easy tool to use. So ClipScribe, I need to type it in here. I gotta get it to work. But that tool, I use that tool too, because it'll when people see the wording, the closed captioning across the bottom, because that's important. If you're trying to make a video that people will see, a lot of time people pull up we all know this. You pull your phone up and you're in a place you can't really listen to it. But if you have the closed captioning on there, then people can read it. And so they see your video, they're getting engaged with your video. They're starting to, and so they can just kind of read your video as it's going along, and then they'll come back later. What I find, they'll come back later and actually watch that video. So ClipScribe is and it's so easy to do, and it's super affordable. I think last time I had checked, when I had got it, it was $49. I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, it's about that, but they've kept on improving it. For a while there, the text that they were using to transcribe your stuff wasn't 100%, but it's gotten better. They've really stepped it up and really improved that product.
You can do a lot with ClipScribe, and there's also, if you have an iPhone, you can use Clips. Clips is a great tool. Yeah, you can make a video, and Clips will put words on there for you, nice and easy. And as long as you speak clearly, I mumble. So
I do too.
Yeah. So my wife's always like, speak clearly, enunciate. So I have to slow down and talk a little better so people will so the thing will understand it. But Clips is a great one. ClipScribe is a great one. So those are two tips right out of the gate. If you want to use those are phenomenal tools.
Another one that I use. So, a lot of people, back in the day, it was in sales, it was making cold calls, and I still continue to reach out to people and make cold calls. But right now, texting is so big. So Alec Hansen again introduced me to Vlog Easy. It's a great app for your phone. It records your whole video, especially when you're in a quiet place. It eliminates all the quietness. And what's so cool about it is you can be very creative, because you can record a 1 or 2 minute video, but if you get stuck and you're quiet, it automatically will edit that out at the end of the video. So people have commented on my editing, on how well I edit, because it makes them, they do something called jump cuts, just like you see in the news. the newscaster is talking to you, but to keep you integrated and watching the news, they will cut to another camera, and it makes it easier and it keeps the viewer's attention. So I've used those, and people have said, I love your editing. And guess what? I don't do any editing. It takes care of it for me, and it makes it really unique, and it makes the video just look a little bit better. So there's another tip for recording videos. And I use that same Vlogeasy to wish people happy birthday. I use them instead of making a cold call. I get that message across. It makes it nice, it makes it unique. And at the end of the day, what's business development about? Being remembered and being there to help people when they need it. So I want to be memorable. And that's one of the things that I use LinkedIn for, is to kind of be in front of the audience that I want to be in front of and be able to help the people that need help.
Yeah, that's a great one too. I've used that one because it gives us jump cuts, because I remember editing videos and making my own jump cuts, which is cutting it down and getting it where you go from talking like this and all of a sudden you see the person talking like this, and so there's quick cuts. It does engage and it works. And that tool is easy. All you have to do is when you're talking to it, just pause for a quick second and then talk again, and then jump cuts it just like that. It's so easy.
Yeah, and to continue on the tips on LinkedIn, I know that it's a small percentage, like only 3% of all LinkedIn users will actually post a video consistently. So, the LinkedIn video algorithms are starting to grow and go through the roof. So absolutely, but posting and being consistent is more than just videos. It's sharing your thoughts. A couple of tips that I had kind of wrote down is, I love sharing a quote, some popular quotes that you've seen out there, maybe with an intriguing photo that matches that quote that you put up there. Asking questions or doing polls on LinkedIn are another way to kind of put yourself out there. Again, it doesn't always have to be about videos. I like to, share articles. I'll often share industry articles relating to mortgage, relating to the pandemic, relating to realtors and how we work together in this new way of working together. So it doesn't always have to be videos. It can be articles. It can be quotes. It's really your canvas to paint to be able to put it out there.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just turning that camera on yourself. So many people don't want to do it. I mean, I love, like, I'm gonna shout out to my wife. She does Color Street, which is these amazing nail strips that she does, and she doesn't want to be doing public speaking or any of that. That's not her comfort zone, but she'll jump on that. She's turned that camera to herself and she goes live. She does live things and she makes it happen, and people follow her and engage with her. And again, engagement is everything. Don't be selfish. Don't make your videos and let people like them and comment on them, and you never say a word or like anything. Like, engage, talk, do all that stuff, and then go to other people's stuff and engage, like, and comment, because those are all things that I think you need to do, because that is building your community and building you up. So, I mean,
and that kind of leads me into another tip, guys. I'm part of a really almost a group message. So while you can message one person at a time, you can actually have a chain of, I think up to 50 or 60 different people on one message. So I have a group. There are many different mortgage companies, and we work together as a collaborative to like and share each other's posts to really help them get out there, boost the algorithm. And you can start that now with a couple of friends. You basically just go in and add another name to the instant message. When I record something or when I post something, I go to the 3 dots up in the right-hand corner. I copy that post and I place it into that little, instant message. So anybody on that group automatically sees that I posted something. I watch it for theirs. So I know automatically to rip it up and, comment on it and make some suggestions. This morning, Brian Covey, another guy at Loan Depot, put out a great post talking about, what are you doing with your money? And really try to create conversations, because that's really what it's about. Yeah. He had posted it, and within 18 minutes, he had over 20 comments. I added mine. He commented back. I liked it. And it adds value to somebody else. So it's not always just about me, but it's the idea of working together as a collaborative to help each other get the word out on how to be better on, mortgages and real estate and tips and tricks and sharing things with each other. Again, it doesn't have to be inside one company. You can work with other people.
Oh, yeah, everybody works together. The whole thing goes up. I mean, and again, you don't have to be perfect. I'm the epitome of not being perfect. And so so I just,
Joe, I will tell you that, you're known for your TikTok videos and you're unique, and you're doing something that I would say less than 1%, if that, is doing on LinkedIn, which is using humor to come across. And that's one of the reasons it stands out, is because it's different. So don't hesitate to experiment. Don't hesitate to try something new. I'm not that funny of a guy, so I can't really put it together, but your videos just crush.
I'm not either, but I have, but I try. And so I remember when I first tried that, I was worried that might actually taint my image a little bit, but I figured worst case I could delete it and people would think about it. And so that's kind of where it went. Hopefully my system didn't totally freeze because that phone call coming in, but when I did that the first time, I remember posting the first one. I was like, I hope it doesn't go over wrong, but now I just do them, and it's kind of people want them to see them, and they got a little fan base, so it works out. And I try to keep them fresh and funny. And the beauty of it is it's 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and that's all I take out of your life.
Yeah. I mean, we can't spend all day on it, but I tell you what, I find myself, it's one of my windows that's open, and to take 5 minutes and comment on somebody else's posts that I find interesting is really, really important. I want to really build up my realtor contacts. I want to build up my mortgage industry contacts, not just to be connected to somebody else, but to be able to help them do better and maybe even, learn more tips too. I mean, I'm a lifelong learner, and I find that, like I said at the beginning, I've learned from so many people out in the audience myself.
Yeah. Well, we're at 22 minutes. Let's wrap it. So we're going to try to keep them around 10 minutes. We're going to bring those weekly tips to you. We're going to talk about that kind of stuff. We'll bring top producers on the show to be able to talk about how they're bringing business to another level. This will be shared on various platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's going to be on different Facebook pages, and as well as my personal page. And so you'll see us popping up once a week and giving tips and making things happen. So we'll and also tomorrow live at 10, you'll see it popping up again. The Joe Live show will come on. We're always bringing engaging guests. We have Colin Austin coming on. It's going to be amazing. The OG from WHOA podcast in Gainesville. The guy, the legend, the myth. This guy is phenomenal. He'll take over the show. I'll just be able to sit back and relax and let him rock it out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and we will see you guys next week. Probably, I'm thinking, what do you think? Mondays or Tuesdays, probably? Well, I lost Jimmy already. All right. Well, we're going to see you probably Mondays or Tuesdays. We're wrapping it up. Talk to you later.